Hello everyone and welcome. It's such a sunny day here in Ireland. Despite the situation, we have 18-degree weather in May on time. I'm really confused. Oh no, April. What May? What am I doing? Oh. Anyway, so this video is going to be a series of videos where I'm teaching beginners and I'm showing you guys what you should get and what's good for you to when you're like, how do I go from Oracle to Tarot? How do I start with Tarot? Where do you go? And these are some things I wish I had known before jumping in, because the deck I had to start with wasn't even a proper Rider-Waite. It was just its own system, and I regret doing that. But yeah, so we're going to get into this, and yeah, so this is the preparation video, or the prelude, or the introduction. And then episode 1, or the official episode 1, will be about either reading the book or the majors. I can't remember, I don't have the list with me, but I do know I have to do this one anyway. So let's get into the decks that I think that would suit a beginner. So we'll start with any of the big ones, like the box ones. This is Barbara Moore's Wizard Tarot, and it comes with a book. Now the book is like so simple. It's anything, and it even does reversals, which is nice, but I wouldn't jump into reversals straight away if you're only starting off. But just anything with a book is really good. So there's Barbara Moore's Wizard Tarot. I'll put links to these in the description so you won't forget where you're going. I found this little makeup pouch, so I put the deck in here. But so here is the Barbara Moore Tarot, the Wizard one. It's very clear, it's very clear visually of what you're trying to say. So I know this is about balance, but it's a pentacle. Pentacles are earth energy, they're physical, they're things. We'll get into all those types of suits as well. So if you don't understand what's a pentacle, like what's that mean, how do you know it's an earth energy, we'll get into that when we do the suits and such. So we're going to be doing a video per suit, a video of each suit and the majors. So the majors will be a separate video first, because we have to learn the majors before you learn the minors. To start somewhere, and I always found starting with the majors is the easiest way to go. But this deck is really good. I wish this was out when I was starting off. I started with Oracle, and the pictures are really clear and pretty, and that's a good thing. I rather a visually aided card, so you know what you're saying. It's we know there's two pillars here. It's about a choice. There's a wolf and a dog, and you have to pick the wolf or the dog. That's the kind of thing you want it to be, very clear and straightforward. So this is just the intro, so if I do sound like I'm not making sense, don't worry, we'll get there in the end. Another one by what's her name, this is Deborah Blake. This is one that's by Deborah Blake, and it's the Everyday Witch Tarot. Now do not get the mini one, get this one, the full size, which comes with a book, and the book it's so clear and very sweet. It's nice. It's so nice. It's an everyday witch, so this is things for everyday events and such. There's the Hermit, the Queen of Swords. This is such a nice deck to have anyway, but to be your first, I think this will be beautifully done. This is so these decks are not that dear, they're not breaking the bank. So I will put book depository links down below, so it will probably change for your country and the currency. So yeah, that's great. So but keep an eye on the updates they have for the situation at hand. But yeah, no, this deck, I wish this was out when I started off, because it's so nice to read and it's so simple, and I love it so much. I'm not using it right now because I'm having my other decks rotated, and that would be another thing I might talk about as well, is deck rotation, which is really good. So this is just a preparation thing. So if you're following these videos and such, get a notepad, just a little notepad and a pen and paper, so you can write down the things or refer back to the video. Another thing that is not bad to have, and I was so stubborn when I was starting off, to get one of these. A simple Rider-Waite. It's not that, like, because I was like, I wanted the modern version and I wanted to be so unique and different, and I was like, just get the original. Like, there's nothing wrong with the original. This is the Centennial one, and the Centennial is, let me tell you, the cardstock, and sometimes when it's shuffling and stuff, the cardstock is god awful, but this one is just, I always say it's a Goldilocks one. It's just right. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not too bendy, it's not glossy. It's like satin. I say satin because it's like matte but not. But it's such a nice deck, and I love this. Just a simple Rider-Waite. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with a typical Rider-Waite. There's this one and the yellow box. I have the yellow box one, which is the Rider-Waite Smith, or no, it's just this is the Centennial one, because the Centennial one, just get the deck on its own, because the one that comes with the book is not the same as these ones. That book is like an art book, so I had to ask people, like, is this book worth it? And like, yeah, it's like the story and the history of tarot and stuff, but it's not like a book to learn about tarot, like a companion book. So yeah, it's not a companion book. So that's the only thing I would say is, like, if you have a deck with you and you don't know what to do with it, take it out and you can follow along with the videos with me. Another deck I'd recommend, is this the one? Or is this the Banjax one? No, it's the broken one. Oh, I was like, that's not the one. Well, I'll show the box anyway, but this one, the Charmin Castelli Tarot, has a Charmin Castelli Beginner's Guide one. I'll see if I can find the link to it, because this deck is great. Like, this is the one that properly got the meanings of Rider-Waite stuck in my head. I'll show you the one I have, because that one is the one I botched trimming. And then a lovely lady in one of the tarot groups, she sent me her Castelli, which with the pink backing. Oh, that's not it, that's the fairy. Whoops. That's the fairy one. I think it might still be in its box. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, here, I'll take this one out as well. I just forget which ones I have because I have so many. Try not to go too crazy when you're starting off, because then you'll become collectors like us. But yeah, no, Centennial is a great one to have. I have this one and the tin one. The tin one goes around with me, but right now we're not going anywhere. So that's gonna be fun, reinventing my tarot travel bag. And you don't need to worry about getting a tarot bag as well, because I'm actually using, and some of them are wash bags, like the drawstring ones for showers. They're great. So this is the Charmin Castelli one. I have this one, the shocking pink one. There may be one with a purple backing. Don't freak out, it's the same one. But even this little book is insanely good. Like, that is amazing. Little bullet points, straightforward, and the elements and stuff like that. This one is good, just the deck on its own, but if you want an in-depth one, get the one with the guidebook. And I love this, and I regret trimming the one I had. But like, this one is just so clear and simple, and it's like a nice version of the Rider-Waite. It's just a bit clearer of what's going on. In some of them you can see their faces of how they're feeling, you know, and it's very good at expressions. Now we will go on into a bits of Oracle as well, because if you're coming from Oracle, there's a deck I'd recommend if you are unsure but you don't like the size or the feel of a tarot deck. I will recommend it. I've recommended it so many times in my videos. Yeah, there is another one I'll recommend. If it's around, oh, it is. It's on the desk. But I'll show you this one as well. This is another one that's just as clear and beautiful, and is a Rider-Waite. This is called Universal Waite. Don't get the Universal Tarot. It's Universal Waite, okay? it would look like this, or it will have the moon or the sun on the box. I'll send all the links in below. So this one is so nice because it's done in colouring pencil. It's coloured by hand, and I love that. Just, I don't know what it is, colouring pencil work really does get me. It just, you know, makes it more personal. I'm going, okay, someone took the time to colour these and then scan them in, get them published, all that stuff. But look how bright and colourful it is compared to Centennial. Like, if you wanted that kind of energy, this is another one that's good. But the only thing is, it doesn't come with a book. Okay, I always say get a book first when you're starting off. Okay, the little white book can only do so much. It is good, but if you want to properly like immerse yourself in learning tarot, the books are handy. So Everyday Witch would be a good one to start with, or the Wizard Tarot, because this Wizard Tarot one, that book is phenomenal. I was studying it and I went, oh my god, like, why was this not around when I was learning tarot? Because I did learn from, oh, what was it? The manga tarot. Now that's a good one, but visually it's a bit too much, if that makes sense. It's a bit in your face because it's all the anime stuff. The book was really good though. The book was insanely good. So I would recommend the Wizard Tarot for beginners. That's just been released this year, so that's very modern and straightforward. But it's to get the book. Don't forget to get the book. Now, if you see the Mystic Fairy Tarot, that's another one that I was going through. That has kind of its own system a little bit, because the minors don't follow the rules, if that makes sense. They follow their own story, which is what they're doing. It's following a story. It still does the rules as they would, but it's the same people through the story. But yeah, no, I'd recommend this for a beginner. So that's the intro of what I'm going to be doing in this series, which is, I can't wait to do. So next up will be the majors, and I don't know what deck I'm going to use. I might use one of the ones I'm comfortable using. So if you see a different deck that was shown here, don't freak out, it's fine. It's just to get the the message across. And oh yeah, I'll put other decks I haven't mentioned here in the description below as well, so don't worry, you'll all be covered. And this is going to be a great little like study group that we'll do in isolation, so why not? I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.